Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we are going to look at High West Campfire Whiskey. Now, this is batch number, and it's kind of hard to read here, 16C03, I believe. Bottle number 3537. Non-chill filtered, 46% ABV, so 92 proof. So this Campfire Whiskey is a combination of straight rye, straight bourbon, and blended malt Scotch whiskey. The idea is that, let's see, it says 91 points, 95 points, blah, blah, blah. The idea is to create a nice flavor profile, put a little bit of smoke in there. That's the blended Scotch. I have to say, it's a pretty nice whiskey. Now, this is the first whiskey we are doing from High West. Little hint about what's coming up. On my way to go elk hunting a couple weeks ago, I stopped and I purchased 3 Rendezvous ryes. I found the 19, the 20, and the 21 editions of those. So we got 3 Rendezvous ryes coming up. So looking forward to getting into those. And let's see here. Trying to find where we did this one. Okay. So this was a fairly spendy bottle. Picked it up for $63.69 here locally in Wyoming. And you know what? I like the concept a lot. I've had High West before. I like the distillery. It's not really a distillery. They blend everything. But you know what? Let's get into this and find out. Now, I will say, trying to find Midwinter Night's Dram. Trying to find that for 2021 or any other year if I can find it. But 2021 is supposed to be excellent. Have not found that anywhere in Wyoming at all, which kind of sucks because Park City, Utah is like right there. So it's kind of stupid that we can get High West, but we can't get that apparently. I've stopped in 5 different cities so far in Wyoming, 6 different cities in Wyoming. Have not been able to find it at all. So that's kind of stupid. So if you're able to get that, please let me know how that goes. On the nose, smells. I get more of a bourbon and a Scotch essence out of it. I get a little bit of a cherry out of a bourbon. I get a little bit of just a slight bit of maltiness and a slight bit of smoke. I mean, like way, way, way back in there, you get just a hint of smoke. I get a butterscotch and a caramel, a little bit of cherry, little fruit. Like all of those notes I just mentioned, you really, really have to search for them. I mean, it's very, very subdued. Nothing's really standing out. Everything is like way, way in the back. There's not really a dominating nose profile. Maybe a little bit floral. Maybe. Like you almost catch a little bit of rye out of it, like rye floral, but you don't get the eucalyptus. You don't get the rye spiciness. You don't get black licorice or anything like that. Starting to turn more floral. Very rye spice forward. Moves into a sweet middle palate. A little ding of ethanol in the middle. Dries out on the tongue. It's not oily or clingy at all. Finishes with just a nice light smoke and oak flavored. If you were not accustomed to smoke I don't know that you'd pick it out on the palate. It blends in with an oak note. It almost has a slight ashy tinge to it. So for those of you who are Islay whiskey drinkers, you'd probably be able to pick it out. For people who are not Scotch fans, you're gonna have trouble finding that note, I would think. With all that said, it drinks very nice, very well rounded, very well put together. It presents more as a rye and a bourbon. You can pick those notes out way more on the first sip, anyways. The nose is kind of going stale on me. I'm almost not picking up anything in this glass anymore. I'm really digging my nose in there and pulling out a little bit of a butterscotch. That's about it. Rye spice, vanilla that time, caramel, a little bit of sweetness in there. Dries out, hits you with a lot of rye spice in there, almost pushing into a black pepper. Has like a burnt marshmallow in there, and then a very tannic wood with a light smoke on it. And the smoke's a wood smoke. It's not a peaty smoke at all. And again, really, really subdued. Very easy sipping whiskey. The rye spice, I would say, if you pay attention to it, is start to finish. It just presents differently along the way. So if you're a rye fan and a spicy rye fan, like more of an Old Overholt Pennsylvania style rye, not your typical MGP rye profile. If you're a fan of that, you're really, really gonna like this. If you're looking for something a little bit different, I think you'd like this bottle a lot. And I think if you're a hunter or somebody who is sitting around the campfire as this was kind of blended in mind, I think that's an appropriate place for this. I think, man, you get out under those stars on a cool 40-degree night, have a bonfire, sitting around talking with friends, family. I think you could find a place for this whiskey very, very easily. I'm a fan. It's a bit spendy and probably more than I would like to see this at. I'd say $45 is probably more appropriate. $63.69 locally. Probably overpaid on that one for what it is, but it's good. It's not over the top great though. I'd say that's probably the best way to explain it. So there you go. Drop in the comments down below what you can find a bottle for, or what you can find a bottle of High West Campfire Whiskey for in your area. Also, any experiences you have with it, whether you like it, dislike it, anything like that. I'd be curious to hear what you have to say about it. As always, I guess check me out on check Life and Whiskey out on Rumble, Bitchute, Minds, and YouTube. Like I said, Life and Whiskey is gonna mainly be whiskey on YouTube, and then Life and Whiskey on all other channels. If you like this content, please consider liking, subscribing if you haven't already. Go ahead and share this with anybody who you think might find it useful. Get the word out there. I have no social media whatsoever other than these channels, so I'm not pushing this content out to anybody. And, support is greatly appreciated. As always, you guys have yourselves a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.